If I have to ask you a quick question, this is the range low, 56,730. This is the range high, 73,881. We are still in this zone. How do you guys say that you are bearish biased or bullish biased, right? You can't play this being biased. All you have to do is wait for the range high zone to tap and be a bear there, be a bull at this zone. That's pretty much it. How I am willing to do. Now, what I have been doing recently, my number of trades has been recently low, but I'm focusing on the alts which have the most strength right now and betting their daily or R4 demands and playing continuations, as this is a good zone to be a buy at. Validation would be losing the range low again, which will lead us to the lows, that is 50,538. So is that still in play? Yes, it is. It will remain in play as long as we are in this range, right? Now above, breakouts, play. Now that is pretty much it for the high time frame. One thing I want to consider that we have a previous range, a 2022 range. I hope not, but if we confirm this just as a deviation, reject back here, this will lead us into the 48 zone, right? And our mid level remains at 41,000. So you will be playing 41 to 48,000, right? So far, so now, as long as we do not lose this level, do not lose this weekly order block at 50,528, we are still bullish and bull market isn't going anywhere, right? Now, let's go on the low time frame. That was it for the high time frame. Now we are inside this daily demand zone here, and we have a R4, R1 supply sitting here. Now, we have two opposing PD areas. PD areas basically are the levels that you're looking at, the potential rejection or reversal levels. Now, we are in this zone right now. This is the zone that we are trading basically. We have a bullish area of interest here, our daily demand at 55,991 and a high time frame range low 56,730. First level, second level. Now, these are your only two bullish levels for now. For selling, we have these equal highs being formed, getting a rate above this, and this supply is a selling zone. So after being everything on the low time frame, I can say that my selling zone is here, my buying zone is here. Only two levels. What should I do in between? Just wait. You will blow your capital trading the chop. And what I expect likely is we chop here on the weekend, literally blowing people's accounts. Someone is trying to long, someone is trying to short. Sometimes we are at 59,000, everyone calls for 63K. Once we are at 58, everyone is looking for 54K, right? That is not how you buyers you should be. Now, I have a selling zone here. I have a buying zone here. What I'm doing is waiting for price to take out either side. Right? So now let's go on Ethereum. These are the two levels for BTC. We have a supply, we have a demand, waiting for price to tap either side. Give me a sell position here or give me a buy position here. I will play whatever is offered. Now, next up, we have Ethereum on the left. Similar view on it, stuck between two levels. We have the R1 supply at 2800 zone, and we have a demand zone at 2400. What I'm looking for Monday, weekend consolidation. Monday opens, we take out these EQ lows, come here, and then continue towards the highs. This is the play I'm expecting on Ethereum, right? So far we are targeting 2400 to long, if not offered, or if you can't, if price doesn't go there, you could see price flip this 2791 retest, and this is going to be the ideal long level targeting. The next level is 3300 to target. So important zone at 2791 here. Are you guys clear on BTC and Ethereum? Guys clear on BTC and ETH? Not already know, Bitcoin dominance basically shows the amount of percentage of volume in Bitcoin right now. And if the BTC dominance is up, meaning that the most amount of money that is in the crypto markets is right now in BTC, what will happen? Altcoins will remain illiquid. Illiquid basically means there will be no volume. You will see them slowly dying out like this. BTC would go like BTC would pump like this. These also look something like this on that one, right? Recently, Sherlock mentioned this too, that most of the things you guys are not considering right now, that as long as BTC dominance is following this trend, you can short pumps that have potential retest on altcoins. While on BTC, the pump looks like this, and on the altcoins, the pumps look like this. Should be a seller at a retest, not a buyer, right? Unless the structure remains bullish. Now, some of the players have been bullish. Try to look for weak altcoins to potentially short them. Now, this is BTC dominance. I'm expecting price to top around 60%, right? Price should flow in this channel, this weekly order block, weekly supply, and then down. We also have this range high here that should reject the price and push it towards the range low, the 50%. Now, this is the zone where you should say, okay, I'm buying all points now, right? Mark it on your chart, maybe add an alert there. Once price taps the zone, you should be a seller there targeting the lows. You should be a buyer in altcoins targeting 50.85%. Now, this is the ideal level to buy altcoins, right, for the bull market. And potentially, we will see this happening in late 2024, potentially in quarter four, right? That is my opinion, how I see how price should go there. It depends. It could just wake up like this and then go down based on what events are coming, what is the event going, what is the news, what are the fundamentals. That is totally a different approach. Right now, let's do Solana and Dogecoin. It's low at 136, and we have this low time frame SR level that is at 129 to 156. What are we looking for? Price to chop, continue chopping here, manipulate inside this support, reclaim this zone, and this is going to be the buy trigger for spot, for long term, and you can easily target at least this 180 zone, right? So what we are waiting for prices to chop. Now, one concept that I want to clarify is once price falls at a support like this, you do not expect it to go back like this. That is not how the markets work. You will see it coming to the support like this. And some example you can take is that one airplane lands at an airport, right? It doesn't instantly takes off again. It needs refueling. It needs some technical work done. It needs some time to cool down, and only then you can anticipate a reversal happening. And by that mean in the markets, it will look something like this. Price will start consolidating, chopping, potentially accumulating, then have a manipulation phase, the final jump before we start reversing. Now, after we reclaim the range high, this low time frame range high, this retest is the takeoff, right? So being the similar on Solana, we dumped, and now we are likely to consolidate like this, compressed, right? Tighten range, manipulate to this SR level. Now reclaim this 136.85 is the ideal level to long or go in spot. I am just waiting for Solana to dip a little or maybe consolidate for a few days, then dip, reclaim, and this is the zone I'm willing to be a buyer at. This is for Solana. I hope it is clear now. Bros. Now on Dogecoin, we have a yearly open right here, right? That is acting as support. Now again, price dump. Now it is likely to compress here, potentially one more sweep inside this SR level, reclaim the zone, and then potentially a huge pump will send it to 0.18. This is what I'm looking at. Reclaim of either this zone directly here or price goes there. I will start buying in this zone all the way to this zone. These are the two buying levels in my mind, which I'm looking to accumulate Dogecoin. Let me know in the chat if you guys are clear on Doge and Solana and get the concept what I'm trying to explain. Guys, reply in the chat, please. Right. Another example is once we lost this SR level right here, we dumped and now need time to ready to be taking off, right? So I want to see price retesting this zone, taking out the low, like manipulating lower, reclaim this, and this is the ultimate buy point for me. Are you guys clear? Please let me know in the chat. Guys, I'm waiting for you guys to reply in the chat so we can move on. Yes, sir. Perfect. Now, INJ is one of the best looking beds right here. Now, again, similar concept. Now, the range price ranged here and bounced. Now, we retested this range, consolidated, failed to break above the highs. Now, this was the level that we lost. Fake out above, quick rejection, a pretty hard rejection here. Price dumped, right? Consolidated above the range. I was protecting it, but eventually tapped the supply and went in. Now, if you are someone who expects price to do this, you're totally wrong. In some cases, your alts might run, but not in every case. Now, this example, we dumped, we did a bearish retest of the range, and now this range. Play this range as much as you can. Look for short at supplies at this zone, look for buys at this zone until we break to either side. Now, what? Let's say we break below this, short the retest to the 9.99 zone. If we break above, that will be a good buy point targeting 28, right? That is the plan for INJ. We have triggers in play. Now, always, I say in the streams, everywhere, or even on Twitter or everywhere, I say always have a trigger in play. Now, what do I mean by that? You are analyzing a pair. INJ in this case, you analyzed and marked out the level. No, now I know that for next week, I am looking for scalp shorts at this range high. I'm looking for scalp longs at this zone as we have a daily demand form now. And it aligns with the range low. Looking for a quick scalp towards the range high. Either we break above, this is going to be another trade setup. If we break below, that is going to be my another trade setup. Now, I have four triggers in play, right? Now, whatever is offered, now align it with BTC. Now, if we have broken down like this and retesting this, while BTC has started to pump from a major support level, you will see this as just being a fake breakdown and reclaiming this zone and then pushing higher. In the point. Similarly, for BTC, this is what I'm recommending every single one of you. Try play range as long as we are inside it. Look for shorts at high, look for longs at range low. If we break above, long the retest. If you break below, short the play. Do nothing in between, do nothing on your own. Just wait for the chart to give you movement. Right now, let's do TIA as well. We are almost getting near the demand now. Again, range low, range high. Price tap the range low, form now formed a demand. This is a level to long, and this is the R for supply with short. Now, as long as we will remain in this range, I'm going to play this range as long as we can. Now we also have this similar to INJ. We are still ranging. Swept this low, formed a demand. Now potentially we will retest this and push towards the supply, then reject back. And as long as we are inside it, you can scalp it or maybe swing trade it. So yeah, this is 48% on TP. Now, if we break below, this is going to be a great short setup targeting this range, right? This looks something like this. That is at 2.88, and we have the range low at here at the listing low at 2. Now, once we break below this, I will short this retest and target 2.82, right? The point now, I remain unbiased in the markets. Now, if I were to be a spot buyer, or you would be saying, why does this person think that $2 or $2.8 or $3 is a possibility? I have my buying at 8, 9, maybe, right? Even in spot, have invalidation in your mind. Now, just an example where I personally bought TIA at, this was the SR level. Okay. Now, I got failed here at this breakdown. Now, I didn't, never took profits, right? My invalidation was as price will break down this low, I will exit. I was targeting the all-time high. This was my play. Now, Excel was once we had this candle closed below, I exited, and if I did not, what would have happened? I took my loss at minus 11% and I was out of the market. If I held, I would be down minus 40%. And if I did not even get out at this retest, thinking, okay, this was a retest, now we are going higher, I would be now down minus 58%. Now, invalidation is crucial. In the crypto markets, any it can get drugged act based on that. Do not need to be bullish every time. Even if you're a perma bull, wait for your levels at least and stop getting hunted down. Now we have some sort of trend line coming here. We could potentially see price tapping this demand going here. Now, this breakout is going to need much more strength as we are at a potential rejection level. But if we do get one, we could see price tapping this and then properly breaking out. Now, why do I TP here? I could leave my last runner. I would potentially do, I will update if I do, that once we break this supply, we could potentially hold it towards this zone, that $10. I could leave one runner there. I will update it if I price did not react poor of the level. Right now, this is all based on what will happen, what will come first, what the reaction may be. Now, one of the favorite coins most of you guys ask me is Pepe. Demand setting below what I'm looking for. We have this range so aligned here. Price breakdown had a bearish retest and is likely to head towards this daily demand and then push higher. Right? So for Pepe, waiting for the range low. Now, even if you thought that we had a SR level, now everyone's analysis is different. Now, if you really thought this is a SR level, it was right, it was. Now, if you bought spot here, what would happen your invalidation? A candle closure below the SR level. Where did it happen? Right here. That was minus 6%. Now, let's say you did not care about your money and you're holding for long term. You should be instantly minus 30% down. Once it reclaimed, you should be more bullish. Okay, it has reclaimed, it is going higher. And if you didn't sell there, you should be down minus 36%. Just because you hold it and did not had a clear or a strict invalidation plan. Are you guys getting the concept? Now, one of the most favorite point nowadays is AAVE. This was the demand that belonged, right? And we TP'd here, right? What I'm looking for is either to flip this supply, long this retest, or we could see price just rejecting of this level, rejection back inside, and then shorting. Now, it has too much strength. Always you have seen BTC even going down, this coin does not bounce. That's why I will be a bit cautious shorting this supply directly, right? As it could just explode like this. I would wait for rejection here, reject back, market structure shift, and this retest as my entry. Right? This is for AAVE. You guys let me know in the chart if things are clear. Let's give it on now. Again, same problem here. We tap this daily supply and now likely to go to the demand. Now, I want to make you guys think a little simpler. We are in this range. Okay. We come near the range low, this zone, you should be a buyer, and this is the demand that is going to be in buy zone. We come near the supply or the range highs, this zone is a shorting zone or maybe profit taking area. Now, the most hype coins, the recent listings, here is one of the example. Now, don't try shorting them, please. Please do not. They have too much volume now. I was watching this range breakout to get in, but did not provide me a retest. And we had this range set up right here. Now we are forming a new range potential. Now do not blindly short them as they have a lot of volume right now. As they are the most hype, everyone is trying to jump in them. Right? This is the 15-minute demand. You could see price going towards the range highs now. Again, same concept, range low, buy area, range low is the selling area. This zone is a good TP level. Right? If we get a bearish setup, we could short it to the range low. Then, as long as we're in the range, you could play that. Once you take either side, you could play that too. Now, let's say if you're not in a long, what you should look for is price break this out and come back, retest it, and form a certain base. Base basically means the potential proper zone takes time, consolidates, and then you could see it running again higher. That is the plan for here. Are you guys getting the concept? Guys, please reply in the chat. Guys, please answer in the chat. I'm waiting for you. Let's do a few more pairs, and we can call it off. Ondo, same range idea. You're potentially going to retest this demand and could potentially get a pump. This is the zone I'm watching. Okay, this actually looks good here. We have formed too many EQ lows. Keep an eye on Ondo right here. We have some sort of trend line coming here. We should see something like this, break out the trend line, and then potentially pump and take out this one. This is a good high low risk high trade because your stop is going to be really really small in this case. Even if you place limits here, your invalidation is only -3%. So a clear invalidation, a tight invalidation and reward is much bigger in this case. 25% alone. Ondo, keep an eye here. And Ondo, I will place my alerts so I do not miss that. And blindly put limits at this. It is a weekend. BTC could explode to either side. I would ideally wait for price to consolidate till Monday here, then open, dump, and then potentially expand throughout the week. That is the plan. As altcoins are a little weaker now, I want to see I want to see price showing really strength and need to be really sure how I approach the altcoins at this point. Would you consider that the nuclear affairs were the breakdown? No, I just mentioned I would wait for price to chop till Monday, and if we do not get filled by Sunday and Monday market opens and starts to dump, I will place a limit then on Monday. I will avoid placing a direct limit right now. If it goes there, reclaims back above this level, I will log this retest with stop at this low and target then these levels. All right, I'll show you some examples. Maybe take give me a pair, give me any pair. Dash or link. Let's do link. I like link. All right, now, okay. It's a good pair as it has been ranging a little recently. Now, this was the range, right on link. Now, as it was forming, what I would look for, Personally, it's priced to tap out above either the range high or go below the range low. Now, in this case, we took out the low right here. Now, this could have been a short as well. On the low time frame, you could switch here, short this retest at the supply. That will look something like this. Your stop at this high, short it right here. Let's select the high and take this maybe low or even use this low, right? This is one example for buying. I would wait for a sweep of this range low. Structure shift here. We formed a demand zone. Now this is the demand. I will place my limit long here, SL at this low, and TP at the supply. Now in this case, the supply sits here. This is a good TP level for me. I will just TP here. Now these are intraday trades. Basically, either can take a day or two to play out. Now this is R4. Now again, we tapped the range high, did not form proper setup here. Came back to the low. This demand was there, right? A good zone again. Did not get a cleaner setup. Something like this was a good setup, maybe. It's a third level too long, but not a clean. Now we broke above the range. Now this is what I mean by a proper breakout. Price breaks, consolidates, and breaks the internal high. Then you can long this retest towards high. Now similar example here. We formed this high, chopped, broke above, formed demand, the last opposite candle before the up move. Right here, this you would have in your fill SL at this low, or it could be a manual at this level. If price breaks below this, you can exit. And again, this goes on. We found a new demand here, right? Your SL invalidation would be price getting inside the range again. Maybe this demand was respect to if you took out the extreme demand here, right? Now, as long as you do not get back inside the range, your plan is to long retest by range bullish. SL would be this low if price gets in and target the high. This is the high you have targeted. Then again, break below. Now this is a choppy PA. You were bullish 1 second, bearish, bullish, bearish, right? This is not a proper tradable zone now. This is the point where we broke, proper breakdown and tapped the row and did not provide us a good shift setup and prices went very lows. Right now here we swept the lows, formed the demand right here. This could have been the first long SL at this low. Even if you swing played it towards this supply, it would have taken some time but hit your TP. Now this was not a above, right? We did not broke and chopped above. This was a proper break, but did we break the high for continuation? No, we did not. And that is why I would not have longed it. Now break below, retest this, and went lower, lower, lower. That is how you can trade. A clear concept. What leverage do you? What would you be using max? Yes, I use the max leverages, but I have a fixed position size. I know what I'm going to lose on my stop, right? So that's why leverage doesn't really matter to me. I can use max leverage and lose the same amount as I could use fixed leverage and lose the same amount, right? So all you got to do is manage your risk based on yourself. You can some of you can lose even on 1x, you guys can lose the same amount you guys lose 100x. Depends on the position size you have chosen. What's the percentage are you going to expected? Probably 1 or 2%. Max 1% usually. Sometimes if I'm playing, how did it roll 17.4 this range? Okay. Makes sense now. Okay, this should not be here. This should be at this level. Right. 17%. Right now, the main concept was this was the area where price was getting rejected, and this was the area price was getting supported. So I took out this high, price deviated. Now, as the price develops, your range can be changed. A fake move above, range holding a support, pump, fake out, reject back, reject to the words range low, right? Breakdown. Now, I would be willing to see a seller at 1.84. We also have this SR level broken now as the range low. Now, what is the next level we are looking forward to? Is this? This is the range. So, over range. Now, do you see how price respected this level? Now, we could potentially see price dropping it, holding the range high, testing this, and then going low, breaking low. Here, guys. Yep, I use coin class for data. All right, guys, I will be streaming most probably every week from going now on. I hope to see more of you tuning and learning something new. If you actually learned something new, consider writing a testimonial and do tag me, right? Talking about this session, right? I hope you guys learned something new. I would be looking forward to you writing a testimonial if you learned something new. I will see you guys probably next week with a live stream. Have a good time till then, right? See you.